Hello and welcome to Elmhurst University's Langhorst Field in beautiful Elmhurst, Illinois. My name is Andy Diedrich. You're watching Recruitlings and our presentation of tonight's Midwest Premier League matchup between the visiting Bavarian United SC and the hosting Chicago House Athletic Club. Standing next to me, a name you'll probably hear a lot, Ben Jaritza, head coach of Bavarian United. First off, Ben, welcome in. How are you feeling on this sunny evening here in Elmhurst?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, beautiful city. Very, very exciting to get back on the field after a little bit of a break, and we're just excited to play.
You talk about that break. Your last match was that tie against Green Bay Glory. How did you feel? What did you like in there? What did you not like in there? And hoping to maybe change or bring into this match against the House.
Yeah, I think that game was probably the two youngest squads, I believe, and it felt that way. It was two teams that had a lot of momentum at different points in the game. The energy was high. The tempo was high. And all in all, I think Green Bay did a fantastic job. And kudos to them. I think they won again this morning against Roscoe. So, great team. I think the result was very fair.
Speaking of ties, of course, your last match against the Chicago House Athletic Club team on your home turf, a 2-2 draw was the final result of that. It was a 0-0 game at the half, ended up being 2-2 in full. What did you like? What did you not like in that one, of course, and seeing that you're about to rematch that same team across the pitch?
Yeah, I think my guess is that both teams carried out their game plan really well. Our goal throughout the whole club, a lot of these guys are young guys that we've had since U11. Our way doesn't change from our youth to our older teams. We want to be on the front foot. So we want to have a lot of the ball. No matter what, we're going to press. We're going to try to go after the game just to teach these guys to be fearless. And House, on the other hand, was so experienced, right? Nothing bothered them. They were very calm. They were veterans. I think overall that game, in my opinion, was one of the most fun I've coached in a long time. I enjoyed every bit of it, and hopefully we can do that again for the fans and give a good show.
Yeah, the House are certainly a formidable opponent across the pitch, In terms of not even just this season, going back the past couple of years, what do they do well that makes them find the success year in and year out?
Experience, right? You're saying for House, right?
For House, correct.
Yeah, experience, right? The organizations run at an incredibly high level. I got to coach in the USL2 last year with these boys. No disrespect to any other teams. As professional as an organization I've seen coached against, right? And coach currently in the MLS Next, the youth level, go to pro organizations all the time in the MLS, they compete with them, right? So I'm just so impressed in how things are run here. I hope that we can have a rivalry and games and competitive matches with respect for a long time to come.
Lastly, I'll flip the script on you. Bavarian United, of course, is quite the program to be feared of as well. 70% of these guys on your roster were developed in this program. You've kind of had a hand in their development and this team as a whole. What can you say about the culture that you're also building here at Bavarian United?
Yeah, Bavarian is coming on 100 years of existence at developing players and competing at the amateur level in this country. That's, to me, an institution in this country. country for soccer. Our focus all the time is excellence, right? And if you ask us about our culture, there's ways that we want to play and the ways we want to do things in the field, but it's about how do we do things at the elite level at everything we do, right? With respect, with how we perform, with how we play, with what we do off the field, with the universities we get these kids into. And it's connected all the way through. We have our top 16s, 17s, and 18s train with us every morning still. It's just a very, very family-oriented club with so many legacy people from Bob Ganser to Bob Spielman to Tom Zeiss, just historical guys in our state that have really helped us get to where we are today. So it's a great organization to be a part of, and hopefully we continue to do our part in the youth development in this country.
You have me about ready to run through a brick wall, Ben, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck today.
Good one, guys. Thank you.
Ben Jaret, everybody, head coach of Bavarian United. Bavarian United is quite the program in itself. They're competing to be the top of the Midwest Premier League Heartland Conference Division I. Of course, 2 divisions in the Heartland Conference. Dealt with some succession and relegation for some of these teams. Bavarian's not one of them. They talked about the history of the team. They've been around for well over 100 years. They continue to succeed at every level. One team that's hoping to change that, of course, and one team that's found success this year is the home team tonight, the Chicago House Athletic Club. Head coached by Shannon Seymour, who I think we're about to pull over here in a second for another walk and talk interview that we do, has led them to being tied atop of the standings, and a win tonight would certainly put them in the driver's seat the rest of the way. So if we want to go ahead and grab Coach Seymour when he has a chance here real quick. Got a chance to say, Shannon? All right, good to see you.
How's it going?
Head coach Shannon Seymour of the Chicago House Athletic Club. How are you feeling on this sunny evening right here at Langhorst Field?
A little toasty, but we feel good.
That's all that matters, yeah. Quick looking back at the last match that we played here. RWB Adria, tough loss there, 2-1. Made it a close game towards the end. I know there was a lot of emotion involved in that one. How do you guys recover, bounce back, and play your best game today?
Yeah, I think the guys ended with the fight that we've been missing in the last few games, so that's always a positive thing when you watch how a game ends and you hope to use that as a bit of motivation, as a bit of momentum to go into a game like today where we ultimately need 3 points.
And looking back at that last match against Bavarian United this year, a 2-2 draw on their turf, what did you like there that you want to bring into this one, or perhaps want to change to come out with those 3 points like you mentioned?
Yeah, I think we were a bit flat in that game. You know, I don't think we moved enough throughout the midfield, throughout the field. So, again, just working on being selfless with the movement, knowing that some of the runs we make, we're not going to find the ball, but we're creating space, and then getting into those spaces. So we want to see more movement throughout the team, and then just keeping the ball a little bit better and cleaner this game.
You and your team are once again competing for the title in this division for the second year in a row. Does the mindset change at all now that you're pretty much in the driver's seat in this Heartland Conference, or are you guys kind of keeping the same thing going into this one and in the future?
No, I think the mindset's changed. I mean, just we need to be killers at the end of the season. We know how important the back half is. Again, a lot of teams have a lot of different results, surprising results here and there. I think just across the board, teams battling the relegation, teams battling for that title. So I think it's all about keeping the foot on the gas and just finishing with maximum points as we can.
Finally, Shannon, I know I'm not the first person to ask you this. I probably won't be the last. The culture of this team, of this organization that you've helped build as a player and now as a coach. What can you say? What can you speak to it in terms of why this team's able to succeed in any aspect of the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the guys, it starts with them and their standard, right? They show up to training every day. They give it their all. And again, it shows itself in games, especially early on in the season. I think mid-season we went through a stretch where the guys, a lot of games in a little bit of time, but it's awesome when you just have the same guys around every day for every game, and we can come together, build a great atmosphere. We owe it to our fans. They do a great job getting to the game. The game day experience is lively. So again, it just builds on the culture that was set, that started with CJ Brown, and then kind of with Matt, and hopefully doesn't end with me.
He's a head coach for a reason, folks. Shannon Seymour, head coach of the Chicago House Athletic Club. Thank you for your time, as always, Shannon. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to have kickoff at midfield coming up in just a few minutes. You're watching the Midwest Premier League right here on Recruitlings.
Jhon Alzate, midfielder.
Pau Mateo Chacon, defender.
Julian Da Silva, center mid.
Hey, my name is Eric Espinoza, and I play midfield and forward. Hi, I'm Jordan Friend, number 18, striker.
Ryan Grady, goalkeeper.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Higgins, and I'm a goalkeeper here at Chicago House.
Aryan Kamdar, forward, winger.
Bay Kurtz, center mid.
Dan LaCost, center back.
Hi, I'm Jake Lane, and I'm a right winger.
Maglory Makila, left wing.
John Makowiecki, right back.
Alejandro Mentasti, forward.
Austin Montejano, outside back. My name is Oscar Montejano, and I play midfielder.
Aaron Moreno, center mid. Ricardo Orozco, midfielder. Jaret Reveles, fullback.
A.R. Smith, Chicago House captain, and I'm a forward.
Oleh Tymovfi, winger.
My name is Bryan Villa, and I play center midfield. My name is Dylan Viila, and I'm a striker for the Chicago House.
Jasper Waddington, defender.
Nico Williams, striker.
Gabe Zorilla, goalie.
Hi, my name is Jacob Rutledge. I'm assistant coach here at Chicago House.
Jeff Ruttenberg, assistant coach, Chicago House.
Shannon Seymour, head coach, Chicago House AC men's soccer.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads, custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Cue that. Cue that.
Welcome to Midwest Premier League Soccer. Tonight, Chicago House AC hosts Bavarian United. Live from Langhorst Field at Elmhurst University. Live stream brought to you by Recruitlings.
It's game time.
House fans, at this time, please rise if you're able and remove your hat and welcome Tony Cannon, co-owner of Antina's Food Truck and Restaurant, who's going to sing our national anthem tonight. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? Had the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's Tony Cannon of Antina's Food Truck and Restaurant. And now the starting lineups for the Bavarian United. Goalkeeper number 1, Ezra Wallace. Number 3, Breon Jarvis. Number 18, A.G. Wild. Number 20, Henry Wolf. Number 5, Noah Cumro. Number 19, Matthew Klein. Number 10, Owen Marshall. Number 21, Mitchell Dryden. Number 8, Jonathan Herrera. Number 9, Antonio Pinto. And number 11, Lucas Nessos. And now the starting lineup for your Chicago House. Number 3, our goalkeeper, Ryan Grady. Number 5, John Makowiecki. Number 30, Dan LaCost. Number 27, Jasper Waddington. Number 20, Austin Montejano. Number 23, Aaron Moreno. Number 10, Kiki Avalos. Come on now! Number 4, Oscar Montejano. Number 14, A.R. Smith. Number 29, Evangelos Martínez. And number 9, Nico Williams. House fans, please welcome to the field Joshua Clare from the Special Olympics Illinois as he kicks out the ceremonial first ball to ex-House player Jack Kramer. Thank you, Josh. That's a good touch, Jack. And thank you, Escorts. Composure, Jack. Love that. You still got it.
Good evening, folks, and welcome into Langhorst Field at Elmhurst University in, fittingly, Elmhurst, Illinois. It's a beautiful, hot night where the sun is setting to my left, and we're going to be treated to a matchup between two of the Midwest Premier League Heartland Conference Division I's best. That's a mouthful, but both these teams deserve the title. It is the visiting Bavarian United Soccer Club versus the hosting Chicago House Athletic Club. Both these teams are staples of the Heartland Conference. They have met once already this season. Bavarian hosted that game. They drew to a 2-2 tie. These teams have come a long way since then, both having a chance at making a run to finish the season at the top of the conference. Currently, as the standings sit, the House are tied for the lead with Adria. They have 17 points apiece. Bavarian not too far behind at 14 points, sitting in the 4th position. It's 4 teams at the top, only separated by 3 points, which is the equivalent to 1 win, which both teams are certainly trying to get. But a Bavarian win here, bit of an upset on the road, would pull them even at the top. Would be a 3-way tie with Adria, which is interesting. Given their goal differentials, it's quite different. The Adria's goal differential, as they sit at the top, they win the head-to-head tiebreaker against House after their draw earlier in the season and their win against House in the last game here, 2-1. Adria sits in first with a goal differential of +6. House tied with them in the points, behind them in the standings. They have a goal differential of +14. Bavarian 3 points behind both of them, a similar goal differential of +12. But both these coaches will tell you, head coach Shannon Seymour of the Chicago House or Ben Jaritza of Bavarians, goal differential only matters if you're winning the games. Games aren't won. It's meaningless in the long run. Bavarians will be first to possess after winning the coin toss, and we're almost underway here at Langhorst Field.
On the whistle. Like, this is a quick game. I gotta get home for dinner.
So quickly, before we kick off here, we'll re-go over some of the starting lineups for both teams as the first whistle sounds, and we're underway between these two Heartland Conference rivals here in Elmhurst. First chance Bavarian left wing. It's number 5 on number 5. That's Makowiecki of House versus Camro of Bavarians. We have a whistle early and a stoppage. Starting 11 for Bavarian United. Number 3, Breon Jarvis. Number 18, AJ Wild. Number 20, Henry Wolt. Number 5, Noah Kumrau. Number 19, Matthew Clan. Number 10, Owen Marshall. Number 21, Mitchell Dryden. Number 8, Jonathan Herrera. Number 9, Antonio Pinto. And number 11, Lucas Netzis. As I better hurry up because Ryan Grady of the House has a save to make as we get his name called. One thing to note for Bavarians early on, their keeper, who might see some action here, Ezra Wallace, his first game of the year, he's come back from injury, faces and corrals a shot from Kiki Avalos, the most lethal scorer on this House team. Led this conference in goals last season and does already this year as well. The last matchup between both of these squads, it was Kikis Avalos scoring one of the 2 goals against Bavarians in that 2-2 draw. Starters for House, if you did not hear them over the PA, starting in goal, we already saw him make a save. Number 3, Ryan Grady, a veteran of this team. A typical man in the net he is tonight. Number 5, John Makowiecki. 30, Dan LaCost. 27, Jesper Waddington. Number 20, Austin Montejano. Number 4, Oscar Montejano. 23, Aaron Moreno. 10 is, of course, Kikis Avalos. Number 29, Evangelos Spartiatis. Number 9, Nico Williams gets the start tonight after coming off the bench for a few games. And number 14, wearing the captain's band, A.R. Smith. House has a litany of names, both returning and new to the roster this year. It's helped propel them to the second spot in the division as of right now. Of course, losing that tiebreaker to Adria. That was their last game we saw them in here at Langhorst Field. An emotional, physical, all sorts of adjectives you could throw at it. 2-1 loss against Adria. A.R. Smith, the lone goal there for the House, coming on a penalty kick. Sometime in near the 80th minute. Into the box, Grady's gonna grab it. House will start this possession brand new. For those of you who did not tune in to the House's previous match, the House men's team, of course, previous match against RWB Adria, 15 minutes of stoppage time in that second half. That tells you all you need to know about what type of game that was. The important thing is, game is over, everybody stayed safe. We're on to the rest of the year. Here's a chance. Nico Williams, left side of the box, gets the goalie out. Blocked real quick by Wallace. His first game back, he's seen some action early. Out of bounds, House to throw in. The House once again wearing their purple kits. This is the same color kit they wore against Adria in their previous game. One of their alternates that looks pretty spiffy to me. Much better contrast this time in comparison to the solid blue kits that Bavarians is wearing. Last time Adria had white jerseys. That contrast with the light purple and the white wasn't the best on the eyes. Don't think it confused the players too much. Perhaps that's an excuse the House can use. 4 minutes gone by here. House are going to see a corner kick, the first of the game for either team. It will be one of their specialists in the corners and free kicks, number 23, Aaron Moreno. He's going to take this one for House. Moreno played his ball at Chicago State, another local product of the soccer machine that is the Chicagoland area. Moreno aims, in swing and far side of the box. LaCoste wants to head it, goes up and out. Any deflection? Yes, indeed there was. Moreno gets a second chance at the corner. Pretty good looking ball, far side of the box. LaCoste, one of the taller players on this team, normally makes his moves on the defense. This time he's getting a chance. Another in-swinging ball. A.R. Smith ran by it, but too light of a touch. Trickles all the way back out to Oscar Montejano. He'll play catch with Waddington. Now it's Bavarians up ahead. Right side, Herrera. Midfield, Matthew Clant stops, starts again. Possessing Dryden, he'll aim and shoot. Deflected off a defender. I believe that got Montejano. It'll go out on the near side over here on the left for a throw, and Cam Rao to throw. Excuse me, it's a corner. I thought that went out on this near side. It looks like it went out on the goal line. So taking his first chance, Cam Rao. Far, nobody's home. Oscar Montejano collect, but there is a whistle, a lot of pointing from the referee. And let's see what the main referee rules here. First yellow card of the match coming less than 7 minutes in. Players of both teams looking for an explanation here, and to be honest, I'm not sure who that yellow card was on. Players of both teams were standing around the referee when he raised his arm with the card in hand. A couple more notes about the visiting Bavarian United SC. This is a young club, especially in comparison to the experience that a lot of these veterans on the Chicago House Athletic Club possess. Their average age of the entire roster of Bavarians is 20 years old. There are some players that are in college, transferring between programs, just getting recruited to go play in elite programs, whether near or far. So it was just made official. Yellow cards to both teams right there. One to Evangelos Spartiatis of the House, who gets another start as he did in the most recent match against Adria. Yellow card also issued to a Bavarian player as well. A couple shots, couple corners early. No goals in the net, nothing on the scoreboard. Another whistle from the head referee. Perhaps taking exception to some of the actions of John Makowiecki. I'm not sure what that could be. Makowiecki looks just as confused, talking to the fourth official there. Makowiecki throws in regardless. Up ahead, Nico Williams, the striker. Can he get to it in time? Defended well by A.J. Wild, going out for a goal kick. Reflecting again on how young this Bavarian team is compared to House. A lot of these players, in fact, about 70% of the squad you see here and on the roster today, have played for this program in their youth. They've come up through the Bavarians' youth teams, some as young as the U8 squads. Ben Jaritza, the head coach, we spoke to him pregame, mentioned that quite a few of these names on the roster, especially in the starting lineup, he's previously coached at the youth level and now play on the Premier League team for him all the same. There's actually 10 of them who played specifically for Jaritza. We will hold that thought for a second as Bavarian has a chance in the box. Centering pass there from Pito. No one was home. Pito is certainly somebody the House will have to watch out for whenever he has the ball in his possession. Leading goal scorer for Bavarians with 6 this year. Pinto will also be staying home to continue his soccer career, heading to Loyola Chicago next fall. Any Rambler fans, look out for Antonio Pinto coming to your roster soon. Pass in actually was a shot. I thought that was going to be a centering pass. Ryan Grady read it all the way. Pounces on it. Talks some shot with Dan LaCost. Well, now toss over to the far side. Makowiecki wants to find some room with Nico in the center. Some contact, but good clean contact. Henry Walt, successful defense. Wild with it, wearing the captain's armband for Bavarians. Defended by the captain for the house, A.R. Smith. Back to midfield, this time it's Klon. Far side feeding it in. Off the post! House are able to clear. Nearly disaster for House in this 12th minute of play. It was defended well on the near side by LaCost. Never mind that, we have another chance for Bavarians. Grady has to pounce on it after it deflects off the unsuccessful clear attempt off Dan LaCost's left leg. A wild sequence, perhaps some sloppy play from House. It does not cost them a goal, however. Still scoreless. About 12 and a half minutes here at Elmhurst. Stolen away, full head of steam. Spartiati's pass ahead to Nico Williams. He's dangerous off this right flank. He enters the box. What can he do? Feeds it in, goes wide, scored by the House. First, it looked like that ball in from Nico Williams was a shot heading wide. The whole time, he knew he had his man on the far side. I believe that is the most prolific goal scorer for the House this year. Number 10, Kiki Avalos scores the first goal of the match. Nico to Kikis has been quite the connection this year. Continues on early in this matchup against Bavarians. 1-0 House, 13 and a half minutes in. Ezra Wallace certainly has his hands full in his first game back as keeper of Bavarians. Peter Wilt and company on the far side of the field ringing the ceremonial goal bell, a new addition to the House this year. A.R. Smith, tough slide. No call is made. Going down hard, wanting a foul call is Camero. He does not get one. Camero back to his feet. In, up, booting, out of play. Grado gets a chance to have another goal kick. Looking back at that goal, though, it was indeed a great effort from Wallace. I think he thought the same thing that a couple of us here in the box thought, that Nico Williams feed was a shot, but he put it so wide and in front of the charging defenders. Fell right into Kiki Avalos' lap, and that's one of the easiest goals Kiki is going to get this season. Makowiecki has to retreat. Bit too handsy there. Hand in the cookie jar, some might call it. Foul call. Foul looks like occurring just outside of the 18-yard mark. Referee marking off the appropriate distance. It will be a free kick for Bavarians. Taking aim at this one is Owen Marshall. 4 House defenders and Ryan Grady stand between him and the goal. Marshall takes aim right off the noggin, if you will. Kiki Avalos playing some D as well. Feed in is too high. Grady's got to go get it and does. Probably was going wide anyway, didn't want to take any chances with the threat of the charging strikers for Bavarians. Ball is back in the attacking third of House. They don't possess it. Looking to get it back is A.R. Smith. Was there just a beat late, but throw-in is for the House. And we mentioned it before, the House are tied for the lead in points in this Heartland Conference. They sit behind Adria due to the head-to-head tiebreaker. It's really hard to say that the House have had a rough stretch, if you can call it, because they sit in that top 2 position. But looking back at their last 3 matches in Midwest Premier League play, as they feed in, just getting a foot on it and avoiding disaster, as both Kiki Savalos and A.R. Smith wanted that one on the left side of the box. Good defense by Klon to prevent that, instead only force a corner. The House in the last 3 matches, most recently that 2-1 loss to Adria. Before that, a shocking 4-2 defeat at the hands of DeKalb County United. And is a team that the House defeated 7-0 here at Langhorst Field earlier in the season. And of course, before that loss to DeKalb County United brings us back to the 2-2 draw against Bavarians. Will that result be different at all? That ball missed everybody except it looked like the right foot of Lucas Netzis got on it. So we're gonna flop sides and take another corner. This time, Moreno once again. Headed, now cleared. I'm not sure if it comes out in the broadcast, but Ryan Grady, the keeper for the House, has almost a deafening voice. I can hear him clear as day up here when he's shouting out the defense. He'll have to make a save here. Bavarians with a chance. Grady comes out and saves. Ball loose, goes out. I think it was last touch off the chest of a House defender, and indeed it was. Assistant referee on the far side indicates a corner kick on said far side. Ball is collected. Arms up in the air, here we go. Bavarian's corner, low. Perhaps too low, couldn't get the best read on it. Deflected still by the House defense again. Wanting to redirect that and give his team a chance was Matthew Klon, called his names a couple times tonight. Klon is somebody that Ben Jaritza, coach of Bavarians, has called instrumental in their team's success this year. He has had the midfield on lockdown, playing both his roles as a scorer and defender. Got to be versatile to play that midfield position. Klon's heading to Villanova next fall to further his soccer career. So again, another young guy, less than 20 years old, bringing that average age down to be only 24 Bavarians. Both teams are going to take a quick hydration break. Makes sense given the warmth of this day. I know I'm certainly feeling the heat up here in the press box, and I got both windows open and a fan in my face. I say that as all you are sitting at home in air conditioning. I'm not jealous. It would just be nice if you shared. It's certainly not an exaggeration to call both of these programs very prolific and solid at what they do. They go about it different ways, though. Of course, we mentioned Bavarians, the youth of this roster, and all those players that have been developed through their program they're using Bavarians as sort of a jumping off point to later start their collegiate career and see where that takes them in their professional soccer journey. Chicago House, made up of a lot of experience. Several of the players on this roster, many of the names that we've already called, are either a few years in to their collegiate careers, have already graduated. Some have even gone on and played professionally elsewhere, overseas. The House have an assortment of people. They have a great pull, not just in the region, but it seemingly spans far past the Chicago area. People want to come play for them, though. While Bavarians' culture is in the development young, bringing them in and showing out on the Premier League scale, Chicago House, I don't want to call them a ragtag group because they're certainly playing too well to be called something as perhaps demeaning as that. But their ability to unite a roster together despite all the different backgrounds, wherever they may have played in their younger days, their high school games. They put together a good roster year in and year out, coming so close to winning this division a season ago. And many of these returning players still with that on their minds as they try to flip the script, finish the season strong, and win the Heartland Conference Division I. Out of the hydration break, Bavarians will first to possess the ball. Henry Waltz had it first. Up ahead to Pinto. He's their leading scorer. He shoots. Going to go high through the football goalpost, not the soccer goal. Ryan Grady fires the ball into the Elmhurst evening skies. The sun seems to be setting behind some clouds. Things are cooling off for the players on the pitch. See if that affects their play, if any. I'll also take this time to thank everyone for joining us on this Saturday evening. Spending some time with us here on Recruitlings, our entire crew, myself included, the Chicago House and Bavarian United, all appreciate you being here, paying attention, and cheering on your favorite team. Back and forth for Bavarian, sprinting in. Shot, Grady. Some tough defense there from Montejano, definitely helped him out, but Grady had to step up and was in the only place where he could have made that save, which was right in front of number 8, Jonathan Herrera, trying to put the first goal on the board for the visiting Bavarian United. Still 1-0 in favor of the House. Midfield up ahead. Can Nico get there? Flag stays down. Nico's got a chance at the goal. He shoots. Great save by Wallace. Got his left foot out there. Going out past the goal line. We'll see another corner kick for Chicago House. If you haven't noticed by now, our new instant replay feature. There's a nice look at Nico Williams' chance on the goal there once again.
Chicago House is pleased to honor the Special Olympics Illinois Region C for our game day theme. They provide year-round sports training. And
figured I should specify that so nobody thought that Nico Williams was in a time warp doing that again. I certainly would have been confused.
Health, education, leadership, and personal development.
Substitutes for both teams up and getting warm. Moreno was about ready to take that kick before the main referee stopped play and had some sort of comment over somebody was in the goal. Whistle blows. Here goes Moreno. Shots in. LaCost heads, deflected. He'll run after it. I think he was last to touch. Perhaps not. Main referee's going to signal another corner kick. No fight from Bavarians, so we play on. All but 2 in the box for the House. Moreno's kick goes long. Jasper Waddington wanted it. Boxing him out and getting it for a quick throw-in. As Bavarians, I believe, once again, that's number 19, Matthew Klott. No call. One of the House defenders is down. No call from the referee. Please from the captain, A.R. Smith, to stop play, and now play does stop.
House fans, Elmhurst's very own Hamburger Heaven, a proud jersey sponsor of the Chicago House, has been serving their original double-decker hamburger and Richardson's draft root beer since 1948. For customers of any age, funny things happen when you come to Hamburger Heaven. The nostalgic memories.
Head referee going to check on that House player. I still haven't seen his number.
Favorite restaurant for years. Hamburger Heaven has been featured in newspapers, magazines, and local.
All right, it is indeed number 29, Evangelos Spartiatis, getting his second straight start. He went down on kind of a strange play, a back tap from Matthew Klon on that far side. Perhaps kind of a strange angle. Either way, we're going to play on. Drop ball from the referee. Klon's got it. Bavarian looking to take their time here. A lot of the most recent action has been spent in Chicago House's attacking third. Too heavy on the pass. Herrera couldn't accept. Moreno, midfield. Goes past Nico Williams up to Kikis. Montejano to Smith. Back to Montejano. Working that far side this time. Too much mustard on the pass. Oscar Montejano couldn't get to it. Cleared. Now his brother Austin will throw in for House. House AC, of course, additionally has a women's team that played in the Women's Premier League this year, WPSL action. Their most recent match here was their last one of the season. Us at Recruitlings, we're here streaming their final game, a 5-0 win against Milwaukee City to finish 5-4-1, third in their division. Pretty impressive showing from the House women this year. Scoring 2 goals in that match apiece, Alexis Subtella and Emily Rossi. House have a tight culture. Both the men's and women's teams come out to support, as the men's team perhaps has a chance at a goal here. Spartiati's feeding to somebody. Shot off of the back heel, I think, of Nico Williams, incidentally. Makowiecki wanted it, didn't get it, and hit it out of bounds. He tried to make something happen. So Ezra Wallace gets another goal kick. House defense had a slip up about 15 minutes ago, where a shot from the right side certainly should have gone in. Opposite side went off the post instead. House were able to clear. Other than that defensive breakdown, though, they have seemed to stand pretty firm. Even when Bavarians gets through, Ryan Grady has been the brick wall so far. He's had more than a couple clean sheets this season, including a 3-0 win against Charny Yazvo, the home opener here in Elmhurst. The 1-0 win against AFC Roscoe, one of the newly promoted teams into the first division of the Heartland Conference. As well as that 7-0 win against DeKalb County United. We're going to see our first substitutions of the day. By the looks of it, entering the game shortly, number 31, Eric Espinoza. Number 28, Xavier Gomez. And number 11, Alejandro Mentasti. House have a chance. Nico Williams is in the center. Fakes, goes. Montejano middle, cleared away by Bavarians before anything troubling occurred. We're also going to get 3 substitutions for those same Bavarians. Number 14 is Stephen Thomas. Number 15, James Sherman. And number 12, Calvin Hess. Actually, all 3 of those gentlemen I just mentioned checking in the game for Bavarians in. Chance goes awry there. So I was checking my facts real quick. We're going to get substitutions to enter the game. But all 3 of the Bavarians players entering right now, that is Sherman, Thomas, and Hess, are 3 of the 10 players that have previously played for Coach Ben Jaritza sometime in their youth with Bavarians. So now exiting for House is number 4, Oscar Montejano. The corner kick specialist, 23, Aaron Moreno, takes a seat. joining them, number 29, Evangelos Spartiatis. So they'll take a seat. Bavarians making some more substitutions. Waiting to come in now, number 4, Adrian Manchado, and number 17, Teddy Gibault. Just over half an hour gone here in Elmhurst. 1-0 House is the score. That first goal coming off the foot of Kikis Avalos, the most prolific goal scorer in this conference. Certainly putting his money where his mouth is. House trying to make this 2-0. Bavarians trying to get an equalizer on the board. Grady wants to find Makowiecki and does. Makowiecki trying to make something happen. John Makowiecki is another one of those guys, you talk about experience with the Chicago House. He certainly has it. Played his college ball at St. Louis University, graduated from there. Another guy that's local to the Midwest-ish region. I don't know. Region. Can you call St. Louis? Can you call Missouri the Midwest? It's a 5-hour drive down Highway 55. I'm not really sure. Those substitutions for Bavarians enter. Makowiecki throws it in. Mentasti will head it out. Mentasti's one of those guys just entering the game. Originally from Buenos Aires. Mentasti's one of the more experienced veterans on the team at 35 years of age. Once played his college ball at Culver Stockton. Uses his tall frame, his long strides to get up and down the field as one of those forward striker combos. Corner is awarded despite the pleas from Ryan Grady and some of the House defenders. At least 7 or 8 corner kicks already in this match. The first duel between these teams, of course, ended in a 2-2 tie, but it was 0-0 at halftime. So while only 1 goal has been netted in these first 35 or so minutes of play, scoring comes in spurts for both these teams when they seem to collide. Corner comes in, goes far, too far in fact. First to it, Kikis Avalos, who sends it about 2 miles into the air. Bavarian sends it back down. No one home, Ryan Grady will grab. House will reset. There were a couple other teams in this Heartland Conference that were in action today. AFC Roscoe traveled to Green Bay to play the Green Bay Glory. And Charny Yazvo traveled to DeKalb County United and took on them. And now that I'm looking at the Midwest Premier League website, I thought the score was there. It is not. So all I can tell you is that they played. And we'll hope to get your results sometime before we're all said and done. Nico Williams falls. Referee not convinced to make a call. Both Captain A.R. Smith and head coach Shannon Seymour of the House pleading to stop play and check on Williams.
On the field now for Bavarian.
Coming over to check on Williams. Perhaps maybe an incidental hit to the head somewhere, if any. Number 20, Henry Wolt.
And number 14, Steve Thomas.
Wolt is an important name for Bavarians. The center back pairing of Wolt, who will be attending UMass Lowell, and A.J. Wild of Davidson University. When those two are paired in the center back position, this team has not lost this season. Important thing to note, seeing that both of those players did start in those positions tonight. while the game is close, if the result holds for the next 10 or so minutes of the first half into the second half, it'll be House coming out on top. So much time left here in Elmhurst, about 37 minutes in. Midfield. Retreating and grabbing and tapping that out is Eric Espinoza, one of the players with fresh legs that just entered for House. Montejano stops, Smith snags, punts it with the left, out of bounds, House throw. House's schedule the rest of the way. They will finish out their season at home next week, or excuse me, that'll be their last home game next week against AFC Roscoe on July 19th, a week from today. Their final match of the season comes against Charny Yazvo August 2nd. They'll play at Charny Yazvo, who plays in Bensonville, Illinois. Charny Yazvo still 0 points in the year, looking for their first non-loss still of the season. So for House, if they want to try and secure that top spot in the Heartland Conference, it's going to take at least 1 point today, if not 3, and then certainly 3 against AFC Roscoe, who sits third in the standings with 15 points as of writing.
Let's have some fun.
Bavarians doing a better job at getting into the House defense, still not able to really come through with a good shot, aside from that one that hit the post early on. Avalos looking for number 2. This time, Ezra Wallace rejects him. We'll scoop it up and see what Bavarians can do with 6 minutes or so remaining in the first. I actually do see some of our YouTube chatters, very helpful. I see Green Bay was victorious over Roscoe today, 3-2, and DeKalb beat Charny Yazvo 3-1. So once again, I'll take the moment. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, and I appreciate your help in the YouTube chats, comments. We appreciate you hanging out with us. I like to think we have fun here. You guys can disagree if you want, but just my take. A yellow card has been assessed to Dan LaCost of House. It is technically the third yellow card of the night. There was a yellow assessed to players on both teams early on in this one, about 10 minutes in. LaCost picks up a card. Teams will play on. Bavarian looking for that first big break. Defense from Kiki Avalos forces the ball out of bounds. Throw in for House. Going down, no call. Bavarian sticks with it. Machado had it right side. Nestis. Right around that flag, feeding it in. Is anybody home? Header goes wide. Goes out on the baseline. Ryan Grady gets another goal kick.
Don't miss out trying one of the many great food items provided by Antina's in the House Fest area. Serving great food,
Don't anticipate an overwhelming amount of stoppage time in the first half. We did have a pause for hydration with how warm it was earlier. The sun now behind the clouds may not have that problem the rest of this match. 1 or 2 pauses for injury, and that was about it. Fed in. Grady has to make an amazing save, goes off the football post and back into play. Both teams looked like they were going to play that first, but the left hand of Ryan Grady just saved the house from blowing their 1-goal lead right now. Take a look back. It was number 14 of Bavarian, Stephen Thomas, one of the substitutions who came in, and it was quite the feed into the center of the box. And without the acrobatics from Ryan Grady, this is a much different game, and I think defending that ball and going hard in doing so is one of the best defenders for House, Dan LaCost, who's now down on the pitch. A.R. Smith helps him to his feet. A laugh exchanged with his opponent, Mitchell Dryden. Good sportsmanship on both sides. And Grady made the save, but Bavarians gets a corner. In swinging ball, far side. Headed, batted around. Taking aim, dribbling around in there. Finally clear. John Makowiecki got his foot on it. Nico Williams pick from behind. Bavarians now spending a lot more time on attack in this second part of the first half than when the game first started. So we're not quite there yet. Clock is going to hit about 44 minutes here, but the fourth officials indicated we're going to get 4 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. We're going to get 4 minutes of stoppage time in this first half. Coming out, making another play on the ball. Not quite a save, but still a necessary play with the offense threatening on the far side is Grady. This is a Bavarians team as well. One more note about them, that coming into this have not played since the end of June, but the month of June was very kind to Bavarian United.
Board official has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes. 4 minutes of extra time will be added in the first half.
There is the 4 minutes announcement of stoppage time. But the month of June for Bavarian went like this. 2 6-1 wins against Czarniazwo back-to-back. They tied this house team, of course, 2-2. A 3-1 win against the Green Bay Glory, and then a 1-1 tie. So undefeated in their last 5. 2 ties going in there for Bavarian, but that stretch in June has truly kept them in contention, even if it is, they're certainly not one of the favorites to come out as number 1 in the Heartland Conference. But without that undefeated month of June, including 3 wins and 2 ties, they would not be in contention whatsoever. Head coach Ben Jaritza stressed the importance of playing well at the end of the season, as did Chicago House head coach Shannon Seymour. Both experienced guys. Shannon, of course, has been with this program for a while, first as a player and now as head coach. Quite the definition of a player's coach, if you ask me. Ben Jaritza, already mentioned his name quite a lot, has his hands in the development and construction of a lot of the players on this roster. Referee did blow the whistle. No yellow card indicated. Taking an extra long time to get up, a member of House.
All kids, all House fans ready to participate in the halftime activities, please make your way down to the field.
Now making his way to his feet. Getting his wits sorted. It was indeed Kiki Avalos, the lone goal scorer in this game. We're drawing to the end of the first half. 1-0 House. That lone goal from Kiki Avalos off the feed from Nico Williams stands as our only scoring. Makowiecki finds Mentasti, the Argentinian. Makowiecki could not keep it in. About 2.5 minutes into stoppage time. Bavarians probably with only 1 or 2 more looks at the goal if they want to get one in the net this half. Boot from the captain, Wild. One of those instrumental center backs for the success of Bavarian. Dangerous pass, almost intercepted and off running was Dryden. Now retreating and taking his time with it. LaCost wants to find Nico Williams. He falls. I thought he was letting that one through at first, but it looks like he goes down, grabs one of his legs. We're going to check on Nico real quick. Nico's good, everybody's good. Throw in for Bavarians. Likely one more chance if they want it. Big time header from LaCoste. Put everything into it. LaCoste played his college ball at Aurora University. Another local product staying close to home, continuing to play in the Chicagoland area. Makowiecki sends it back the other way, maybe hoping the referee will blow this last chance for Bavarians dead. And indeed, oh, he does not. He points at them to back up the throw, perhaps wasting more time and not letting it in. AJ Wild has Dryden streaking down the middle. Can he find him? Beautiful pass. Grady comes out just to the edge of the 18-yard mark. Grabs it. We'll settle this one down. Probably toss it away. Kick it away, rather. Probably a better strategy. There's the whistle at the end of the first half. So after one half here in Elmhurst, the Chicago House lead Bavarian United by a score of 1-0. That lone goal coming off of the foot of Kiki Avalos. Fed in there to Nico Williams early on in this one. It was a great look for Kiki. It's probably one of the easiest goals he'll get all year, despite leading the Midwest Premier League in scoring. He'll take the easy ones as well. With all that being said, stay tuned. We're going to have a mid-game review coming up in just a few minutes. You're watching Midwest Premier League action on Recruitlings.
Today's match is being brought to you.
Hi, my name is Bryan Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads, custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome up to the broadcast booth here at Langhorst Field at beautiful Elmhurst, Illinois. My name is Andy Diedrich, and you're watching Midwest Premier League Soccer right here on Recruitlings. We got a good one brewing between Chicago House AC and Bavarian United. The score at halftime, 1-0 in favor of the House. That lone goal coming off the foot of Kikis Avalos, the leading scorer in the Heartland Conference First Division this year, in the 13th minute. Ball was fed in well to him by Nico Williams off the right side. It looked like a shot almost that the goalie for Bavarian, Ezra Wallace, had to dive out there, went wide of him. It's one of the easiest goals Kikis Avalos is going to see all year. He has Nico Williams to thank for it. Other than that, not a whole lot of action going on. The momentum seemed to be in the House's favor, of course, with that goal in the first part of that first half. Neither team getting a lot of opportunities after that, though. Bavarian had one good look at the net. Defensive breakdown from House let a shot in that hit the post. Came back out, and House was able to clear it, but almost a slip-up from the House defense there to make this one a 1-1 game at halftime. Instead, House still possessed the lone goal of the evening. And, of course, is going to take some help from Ryan Grady and Ezra Wallace, keepers of both those teams, the House and Bavarians respectively, to keep this one a low-scoring affair. But as we saw last time these two teams faced off, it was scoreless at the half. 2-2 tie at the end of full time there. So scoring comes in spurts for both these teams. We're certainly going to see that for the next 45 minutes or so. Keep in mind, this is a huge game in terms of the standings in this Heartland Conference First Division. The House are tied at the top of the league currently. They are tied with RWB Adria at 17 points apiece. They do not hold the tiebreaker over Adria due to head-to-head record, but they certainly need all the points they can get here, whether it's 1 or 3, if they hope to top the division this year, as they came so close to doing a year ago. Bavarian still holding on to a shred of hope they can do the same. Certainly need all 3 points if they want to stay alive and in contention. With all that being said, we're going to take another short break here, folks. It's a nice evening out here in Elmhurst. The sun's setting right over the trees, and we hope you stay with us the rest of the way. My name is Andy Diedrich. You're watching Midwest Premier League action right here on Recruitlings.
Hi, my name is Brian Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome back to Elmhurst University's Langhorst Field in Elmhurst, Illinois. My name is Andy Diedrich, and you're watching Recruitlings' presentation of Midwest Premier League Soccer. 45 minutes down, 45 to go here in Elmhurst. Chicago House AC with a 1-0 lead over the visiting Bavarian United SC.
Let's go House! Let's go House!
If you are just joining us, welcome, first of all. Second of all, that lone goal you see on the scoreboard on your screen, off the foot of Kiki Avalos in the 13th minute, assisted by Nico Williams. Aside from that scoring early on, been pretty much a rock fight the rest of the way.
Don't mouse around again.
Opportunities have been scarce, and those opportunities that have come to fruition have not been capitalized on. However, the most dangerous lead to have in soccer, of course, is one singular goal. One errant pass, one good boot of the ball, and the entire attitude, feeling of this game, the demeanor of the players changes instantly. Both head coaches, of course, Shannon Seymour of the house, Ben Juritza of Bavarians, know that, certainly told their team that during their halftime discussions, and will look to roll with the punches accordingly. Whistle sounds. House to possess first. A.R. Smith, wearing the captain's band, kicks it near side. It's Austin Montejano. Certainly have to give credit for nullifying the opportunities to the defense, but when they haven't been their best, goalies of both teams, commendable efforts as well. Ryan Grady of the house still with a clean sheet, and only one goal in the net past Ezra Wallace, making his first start of the year for Bavarians, coming back from injury. Ryan Grady, a past college standout. Ezra Wallace, a current one. Ryan Grady has finished his college ball, but he played at Middlebury College. In his senior year, he was the conference's Defensive Player of the Year at Middlebury. On the flip side, Wallace originally played ball at University of Wisconsin-Green Bay, is now transferring to Longwood to be the man in the net for that squad over there. Ezra Wallace being in college, and being in college for a couple years, actually makes him older than the average age of Bavarians, which happens to be 20 years old. That's another comparison you could draw with these two teams. Two stout, solid programs, go about it in different ways. House's key thing that they like to focus on, experience. Bavarians is development at youth. A lot of these players on Bavarians, a majority of them, in fact, have been in the program with the youth teams and perhaps coached by Ben Juritza since they first started playing ball in U8, U9 leagues. And they find themselves on the Premier League team now, playing the experienced house squad who sits nearly at the top of the standings. Bavarians having most of this early part of the second half in their attacking third. Certainly they want to keep that to be the case. The momentum was swinging pretty much in their favor the last 10 minutes or so of the second half after the house came out firing. And firing they're going to try to do again. Kiki Avalos, our goal scorer earlier, had it, lost it. Ball could not be sent in, but it was sent out of bounds directly into a garbage can by the Bavarians bench. And that's impressive. I don't really know what else to say about that. That was really cool. Throw in, it's Espinoza. No, he'll leave it for Montejano. He's going to run over and toss it in. Espinoza's doubled. Keeps it in. Now he'll throw it in. Wanted to get it quickly to Xavier Gomez. And just like in the first half, this half will start off with a house corner pretty early on. The corner specialist for the house, Aaron Moreno, was subbed out, so Kiki's takes it, won't kick it in, just plays it quickly with Gomez. Kiki's in-swinging ball. LaCost charges, they're too late. Easy scoop in front of the net for Ezra Wallace. We'll fire one about 60 yards down. Headed out into the hands of Shannon Seymour, who unfortunately doesn't play anymore. Call is made on A.R. Smith. Dryden will retreat the ball back. His teammate Walt up ahead, far side. Defending is the house. Pass LaCost, fed into the box, far side. Shot just in front of the inside post. And if there is no deflection, that'll be another goal kick. And I did not see the referee signal, but the way that Bavarian's running back down the field, we will see another goal kick from Mr. Grady. Grady's kick wide. Bavarians will control the other way. Running after that one was Dylan Viila, one of the new faces of the house team this year. Villa, Governor's State experience. It's where he played some of his soccer in his college years. Makowiecki passes, give and go action. Had to halt, but now kicks it back out. House still possess. A.R. Smith back to LaCost. A.R. Smith, the captain of this team, certainly one of the more recognizable faces on the roster. Scored the only goal this house team could muster against RWB Adria a short time ago. Had that penalty kick late in the game, sometime in the 80-something minute. But Kiki Savalos wants to make it 2 on the day for him. Dispossessed. House get it back. Inside, shooting, but blocked. The left-footed try from Ishmael Gomez. Met by 2 defenders. Instead, it'll be a goal kick. Running over to take it once again is Kiki's. We'll see if he actually hits in a ball into the box, or we'll play it quickly to Gomez right here on the near side. Kiki's will aim. In swinging ball. Off the head of Bavarian's captain, A.J. Wild. Now Bavarian's off and running. Chance here for Bavarians. Near side, running with it. Number 9, Pito. He's their leading scorer. Corner kick awarded. I'm not sure if it bounced off Pito one last time. It did not. Ryan Grady does not enjoy that call and now has a whistle from the main referee and probably will get a discussion and perhaps a lecture on why arguing is not fun. Some sort of parental lesson maybe, not sure. Corner kick taken by Bavarians, Jonathan Herrera. Low bouncing kick, Kiki steals. Finds Espinoza, who pitches it back out. Kiki's wasn't ready for it yet. Great slide tackle by Montejano, nullifying that opportunity. Bavarians quick throw in. They want to get on the board sooner rather than later. They're playing like a team that is down 1-0 in the 80th minute. However, this game still only about 8 minutes into the second half, in the 53rd minute. A.R. Smith, left-footed boot. Trickles down, Bavarian will collect. A.R. Smith, once again, captain of this team. Played at Butler back in his day, a Butler Bulldog. Now mans the midfield area, seemingly everywhere for the Chicago House. Spent some time out this year nursing an injury. House found success without him, shows you how deep their roster is. Right now, holding firm against Bavarians. Smith over to LaCoste. Far side trying to get out and running, 25, Dylan Viila. Perhaps it's pronounced Villa, I'm just now realizing. Apologies to Dylan. I had a 50-50 shot, and I think I got it wrong. Throwing for Bavarians, heading down. LaCoste is going to be first to it for the house. Header-to-header action. Collecting now and falling. Looks like referee's going to give a trip against Bavarians. Espinoza to his feet. Oh, will not take this one quickly. Espinoza, an alum of Illinois College. Kiki's fighting the double team. Ball's out off of Bavarians, number 12, Calvin Hess. But just in front of the flag, so it's a throw-in instead of another corner. Waddington, another returning player and veteran of house. Was the one to kick it to LaCoste. Now LaCoste to Makowiecki, centering to Smith, back to Makowiecki. How's a bit more patience than Bavarians, given their 1-goal lead. Kiki's 20 yards out, right into the breadbasket of Wallace. That was quite the kick from Kiki's. That had some velocity to it. Up ahead, Grady's going to play it. No one's home. He'll take his time. 56 minutes gone here in Elmhurst. 1-0 house. The only thing you see on the scoreboard is that one, thanks to Kiki Savalos, all the way back in the 13th minute. Makowiecki wants to find Kikis again. Nice pass across the way. Left side, Gomez, deflected. And another corner for House.
Proud jersey sponsor, the Chicago House, has been serving their original double-decker hamburger and ribs draft beer ever since 1948. For customers of any age, funny things happen when you come to Hamburger Heaven.
Check that instant replay. Gomez playing it to his left, wanted to get it on the far side of Wallace. Defender closely mirroring him, did not allow him to do so. Kiki's going to take this corner on the near side. In swinging. No one's home. Espinoza's going to collect it, though. House still have a chance. Through the legs of the defender, but not past Wallace. An interesting-looking play there. Technically nutmegged the defender, although he just kind of kicked it through his legs with his actual foot rather than just the ball going through. As a Wallace, though, not fooled. Another save on the board for him. Kiki's in his favorite spot, that left side. He'll work it. Easy clear for Bavarians. The House now showing some pressure. House putting more pressure on these passes, much to the delight of the fans and head coach Shannon Seymour. Montejano wanted to pass it up and out. Bavarians have a man advantage at the moment. Can the House get back in time? Far side. Flag goes up, though. A bit too eager, and capitalizing on that chance there was Bavarians. They're not fans of that call, but I don't know of a team that applauded an offside call against them. It looked to be one of their best chances of this young second half so far. I can understand the frustration. Substitutions up and active for both teams right now. We might have another type of platoon swap like we did similar to in the first half. Kikis keeps it in. Headed back from Wild. Montejano still plays it. He wanted a handball. None given. Montejano finds Kikis. Cutting through the middle, 28, Gomez. He goes down just outside of the box. The call is still made. Gomez a little shaken up, but he'll get to his, I was about to say his feet. He's taking it all in. Currently there he goes. So that free kick is awarded right at the spot of the foul. It's on the near side, probably about just 3 or 4 yards outside of the box. So a free kick from the wing, don't always see it, but we'll see what House can do with it. Gonna need to be an in-swinger from Gomez. Sends it way too far, Espinoza can't get to it. Gomez, a little too much power on it as we see 3 Bavarian substitutions ready to enter the game.
Yeah, take him out. And him too. And that other one. Take them all out.
Keep him on. That was our best player.
Take them all out.
Entering the match for Bavarians, number 10, Owen Marshall, number 3, Brian Jarvis, and number 11, Lucas Nestis. They'll come on for 14, 15, and 12. That's Stephen Thomas, James Sherman, and Calvin Hess. It's a 3 in, 3 out. Those 3 that subbed in the first half. Seems like that will probably be their service for the evening for the visiting Bavarian United. House being sure to amp up the pressure when the ball's in their attacking third, even if they're not in possession of it. Successful nutmeg, just barely though, still impressive from Herrera. Bavarians just wants some sort of chance, even if it doesn't result in a goal, that shows a sign of life. They haven't had him make Ryan Grady work too hard in this second half thus far. It's dispossessed, taken by the House, but not cleared all the way out. Playing it from midfield is Wild. Far side, boot, just wide of the net. Ryan Grady stepped out, and I think if it did not go as wide, Grady would have saved it, so great defense by him there, but still, that was a bit of a stomach churner if you were a House fan. That looked at first to be the equalizer when it came off of that Bavarian forward's foot. Can't tell who that is from here. But still, a shot is a shot, and that was a scary one for the House. Bit too much of a grab from Kikis. Call is made. This foul benefiting Bavarians. Bavarians, whose pace is slowed a little bit, now look to get back in the swing of things. Bavarians pretty much needs this to be a victory for them if they want any sort of semblance to hold on to a chance of topping the Heartland Conference. Once again, you look at the standings of the Heartland Conference. Charney still looking for their first points on the year, or certain to be relegated at season's end. DeKalb County United with a strong finish could escape relegation to the Heartland Conference second division. Will not be an easy task for them. Grady's got to step out, but he'll corral it, wants to get out running, and does.
Middle of the field, Gomez. He's seen a lot of action tonight. 26 to Ishmael Gomez. I realize I may not have been clarifying their first name. Xavier Gomez wearing 28, Ishmael Gomez wearing 26. An hour and some change gone in Elmhurst. 1-0 House. Kiki Avalos, only goal, 13th minute. It's indeed a barn burner here at Langhorst Field. Thank you to everybody tuning in on our live stream right now. We're having a good time. Whether you're in person, somewhere in Chicago, or even further out, we appreciate you tuning in with us, no matter who you root for. Avalos with a nice move, reverses field. Had two teammates on that far side ready to make a play, but Avalos faced some tough defense, couldn't get the full boot on it. And down right at midfield. Referee checks on him. Mitchell Dryden. Dryden seems to be all right. Listening to his coach Ben Jaritza bark out some orders. Bavarian chance, top of the box. Grady's got to lean over and does make the save. Might have went wide without him in the way anyways. But I don't think anybody's ever wanted a goalie that only goes 50%. The guy that's going to make the saves that he doesn't even have to make. Montejano, left-footed boot up ahead. Kiki's too much on it. He can't get to it. Wild will retreat back to Wallace. Into the box, Grady comes out. Business as usual for the veteran in the net. Still not a whole lot of action going right now. We did have 3 yellow cards in the first half. One was assessed to players of both teams during just a hard-hitting collision in the box earlier in the first half. Dan LaCost got one later for a similar play towards the end of the 45 minutes. Right now, still a somewhat physical match. Nothing warranting a card or an ejection of any kind. We'll see if that persists as Bavarians probably draws a little more desperate, looking to get that equalizer and get something on the scoreboard. Five on five once again. Makowiecki on camera. Makowiecki wants to hear a call of some sort, does not get one. Goal kick for Wallace. Players of both teams coming over the benches for another hydration break. The sun may be setting. It's still plenty warm here in Elmhurst, as I'm sure it is wherever you may be watching. So going back, of course, to how these teams got here, it's a bit of a different story for both teams. The House, more of a stronger start to the season, and then kind of a bit of a rough stretch over the last 3 matches for them. Bavarian, the bit of the opposite. You know, the House had a 5-game streak of nothing but wins. They opened the season with a draw against Adria, who seems to be their foe this year, the only team that they have not, or they have dropped have not beaten. And then 5 straight wins. Those come against Charney, Green Bay Glory, Roscoe, DeKalb County, and Green Bay again. That was ended by the 2-2 draw against Bavarians here. And 2 straight losses. The last one, the 2-1 loss to Adria. And then the head-scratcher, 4-2 loss against DeKalb County United, who they previously beat by a score of 7-0. Bavarians, on the other hand, had that extremely hot stretch in June. 5 games, 3 wins, 2 ties, 0 losses. They beat Charney twice by a score of 6-1, so 12-2 on the year against a team. Really isn't that bad of an aggregate to go for. That 2-2 draw against the House. Then a 3-1 win and a 1-1 tie against Green Bay. And that was their last game for Bavarians, was in the last week of June against Green Bay. They've had quite a lot of time off. It was something specifically called out by Bavarians head coach Ben Juritza in our pregame interview. Thank you to Ben Juritza for taking his time to hop on our broadcast and tell us a little bit about his team that, you know, he's been so instrumental in building. Hard to say from the ground up, of course, because Bavarians is such a historic program around for just about a century now. But he certainly has had one of the larger impacts that a head coach and developmental official can have on an organization. Referee blows the whistle. We'll start back action in the 71st minute. Just under 19 to go in regulation, and whatever stoppage we're going to get, which first half brought 4 minutes of stoppage time. Second half, probably much of the same. Similar stoppage, another one for hydration break, but not to worry right now. Bavarians needs to get an equalizer sooner rather than later. They'll possess first out of the timeout. Jarvis, one of the substitutions entering the game. Rion Jarvis will collect again. In the passing lanes, once again, his House, though. He'll take possession back. And looking to the sidelines, we're going to have a couple substitutions. For House, it looks like re-entering the match are those 3 gentlemen that exited in the first half. Number 4, Oscar Montejano. Number 23, Aaron Moreno. And number 9, Nico Williams. Actually, I did not see him come off in the first half. Must have been a halftime substitution. But Nico, the elusive, quick striker for this team that scores those sneaky goals that just rip your heart out, will re-enter, perhaps to put one more in the back of the net and really put this one away for House. So exiting for House, Dan LaCost will take a seat as he is joined on the bench by number 28, Xavier Gomez. Not sure who else came out for House, but it looks like they have more substitutions to come shortly. 3 more of their players on the bench getting warm in their pennies.
Nico Williams, number 4, Oscar Montejano, and number 23, Aaron Moreno.
Kicked into the box, defense is there. A.R. Smith collects after the solid deflection from Montejano. Pinballing around, shot is deflected, goes up. Still up in the air, headed around, back out to the wing, right side, Nestis. into the box. Still up. Ball was in the air more than it was on the ground there. Bavarians will take this one back out and see what they can do with it after they collect themselves. Cutting in, making something happen. Pito, he's their leading scorer. He falls, no call. Good defense by the house, it seems. I won't lie, it's an absolute picturesque sunset here at Elmhurst. We're at Elmhurst University in Langhorst Field. Shout out to Luke Graybill if he's listening right now. There's a chance he is. He is an alum of Elmhurst University. So, you know, thank you to Elmhurst and everything for hosting us here, having this Midwest Premier League match, not just tonight, but all season, and also the women's teams in the WPSL. "75 minutes gone. Still a 1-0 game. The rock fight in Elmhurst, they're calling it. And by they, I mean absolutely nobody but me. Bavarians back with a head of steam. Past A.R. Smith is Dryden. Nestis, right side, deflected. A streaking player does not get it out. Almost hits it and completely out of the yard. If that ball wasn't first deflected by whoever was guarding Nestis on this near side, there's a chance that goes directly into the possession of Owen Marshall, who puts it in the back of the net. But that one deflection led it to the far side of the goal. A bit too heavy of a touch. Alas, House still clean sheet. If you look at that scoreboard, 1-0. Deflex sends it up in the air. Grady's going to grab it and fall just to make sure he has it. The backup goalie at times for House has been Jeremiah Higgins. He's not listed here on the roster tonight. Tonight is number 0, Gabe Zorilla, is the other keeper listed. Higgins, though, now that I brought him up, is a local product. Went to Lane Tech. Continue on playing soccer at Lewis University. Meanwhile, foul call goes against the House. Referee, I think, wants to speak to somebody from House. And indeed he does, and he wants to show him a yellow card. We're waiting to see exactly who that was on, but by my eye, I think that was on Aaron Moreno. We're going to wait confirmation from the field. But another yellow going against the House. That is the team's third of the evening. Referee whistles to the sideline, looks at the Bavarians bench, and says no more. Perhaps hearing a bit too much from the peanut gallery in terms of complaints.
Chris, I can't come over there.
There's going to be a free kick for Bavarians regardless of the complaints that they've sent. There is a substitution coming in for them as well. Adrian Machado coming on. Heading off will be his teammate, number 8, Jonathan Herrera. He's had a couple shots on goal today. And this free kick goes in, right in front of that, swinging and missing. Don't think it mattered. The flag was up, offside. It is the call. But another scary series of events there for the House. There's been a couple times that I think House fans have had to kind of catch their breath after what could have been a devastating equalizer. I'll remind you once again, this is much more than just a win or loss tonight. I'm sure, don't tell that to the players. They, of course, are focused on the game in front of them. But for the house, they essentially need a win. I think they could still contend for the top of this Heartland Conference with a win, with a tie, that is. It would be very difficult for them to do so unless Adria falters down the stretch. But a win here really keeps them in it. Adria, of course, holds the tiebreaker over them, so if the house can get 3 wins to finish the season after a draw and 2 straight losses, pretty much nullify the action there, and they can turn this one around and get revenge on not capturing the title a season ago. For Bavarians, I believe it's mathematically possible for them to still come out on top, but there's no tying for Bavarians here. They need a W, and it seems like the pace of play that they've had at times in the second half has mirrored that. A call goes against them, perhaps a bit too handsy. Not enjoying that call. Number 18, the captain, A.J. Wild. He'll get back and set up to defend this Chicago House free kick. Closest to the ball is Kiki Savalos. He's flanked by A.R. Smith, 2 of the more dangerous weapons on the house team. I'm sure that's obvious by the game today. You don't need me to tell you that, but still. It'll be Kiki's charging in. 3 defenders in front of him. Kiki's goes near side, pulled it a bit too much.
Stop clicking around inside the interface. Buttons only.
In deep, there's Nico Williams. That's why they brought him in the game. Kiki's to Nico. Nico's going to turn and shoot. He stops, actually. Now he starts. He's triple teamed. Still has the ball in the box. House possess. Avalos, wing, shoots. Through the box. The effort from Wallace made sure that wasn't going to go in near side. But boy, the speed on that one, it sure looked like it had a chance to go in. Foot is by no means on the brakes for the Chicago House right now. They are all on the gas, looking for that dagger goal, putting them up 2 with under 9 minutes in regulation before stoppage time to cement this one as a victory. To perhaps help them get that dagger. 2 substitutions coming in. We're going to pause that thought as Kiki has the ball near the box. Double teamed. Dispossessed, great steal away from Bavarians. They have a chance if they want to take this one quickly. The defense played from Klan. Somebody that Ben Jaritza mentioned has been instrumental in their success. I think we see why. Nico Williams tried to get that one away. Ref thought he was a bit too physical with it. Nico, being the sportsman that he is, helps Klan to his feet. Those substitutions for House will now come in. Alejandro Mentasti re-enters. Alongside number 29, Evangelos Spartiatis. They come on for Dylan Viila and Kiki Savalos. So the goal scorer in this game, what looks like could be the hero for House, Kiki Savalos, will take a break. Probably the last action he'll see today, barring some crazy circumstances. Kiki's played the entire game up to this point. Definitely deserves a break after the amount of times he's ran down to at least chase down a potential opportunity. He's relentless in his ability to get down there. And of course, it helps that he's really, really fast. I would say that is probably the most important trait you need to be as prolific of a scorer as Avalos. So Bavarians making another sub. They might have one more. The newly entered player is number 17, Teddy Jabot. Tried to run that one down with his fresh legs. A couple players standing near the Bavarians bench, unsure if they're going to check back in or just really want to get into the coaching alongside their head coach in Jurica.
Yellow house.
So a yellow card now assessed to Ryan Grady, I think, for taking too long to kick it. Grady's arguing his case. The referee's hearing none of it. That is now the 4th yellow of the day against the Chicago House.
Ryan Grady in the 85th minute.
Certainly makes sense why Grady would want to waste some time, as the House clinging to that 1-goal lead right now. We sit about 5 minutes away from hearing how much stoppage time we're going to be playing. What's uncertain is if he truly did deserve a call for stalling like he did right there. But regardless, Bavarians sprinting over to get this ball in, and they do. Machado threw it in and now has it back. Up ahead, defense is there. Montejano boots and falls, but at least he got it out of there. Ishmael Gomez goes low, pokes that one out, and they don't have to be full possessions gained by the House. It's not about gaining possessions back. It's just about delaying the attack of your opponents right now. Weather the storm, come out on top after 90-plus minutes. Ball stays in. Makowiecki darting to this one, does get there. Defensive Wild presents a wide open look for Williams, but it will be a corner for the Chicago House. Give another shout out to a loyal Recruitlings viewer, James Duff. Happy birthday, my man. I hope 26 treats you well. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're safe tonight. You're probably reading a book. Who am I kidding? Far side corner will be taken by number 26, I believe. That's Ishmael Gomez again.
Hey, Blue! Watch this!
Low kick. Still no one collects it. Now it's booted out by Bavarians. And the House have to get back. And errant pass in the middle is booted way out. I think it just hit my car, actually, in the parking lot. If you're going to clear the ball, do it with purpose, and that's exactly what number 27, Jasper Waddington, did just there. Clear attempt unsuccessful. Shot goes wide, barring a deflection. I do not see a signal for one. Ryan Grady's going to kick this one out of the goal again. Grady fires another ball into the Elmhurst sky. The sun at nearly 100% set. Nothing like some good old footy under the lights here at Elmhurst University. "88 minutes down. We await the stoppage time indication from the fourth official. Still stands 1-0 House. And they certainly don't look like they want to stop at 1 despite the late lead. They Smith, Makowiecki, back to Smith. That's Mentasti, excuse me. That's Makowiecki. To Mentasti. Plays it to the middle, into the box. They'll let Ezra Wallace come out and get it and choose some of that clock that's counting down on the scoreboard. Close call, but cautiously played by the house. Grady can take some more ticks off of the timer. Bavarians, knowing they have to hurry, do so. Trying to reverse fields all the way up ahead. Sprinting after it is Nestis. Makowiecki played it smart, let it go out, and now they can take some time on this throw. Fourth official has indicated 5 minutes of stoppage time will be played. Nico Williams wants to get a goal before that even happens. Nico taking his time, try to get it to A.R. Smith, who does keep it in. Nico works to the right, weathers the challenge, to the middle, Mentasti, shakes, bakes, blocked, and now cleared. Nah, not yet. Now it's cleared out to this near side. Montejano flies in to go ahead and get that one. Foul is called. And taking an extra bit of time to get up is Camrow. And now a yellow assessed to a Bavarians player, I think for just arguing with the official once again. That's now 4 yellow cards for House, 2 on Bavarians for 6 total on the day. That looks like it's on number 21, Mitchell Dryden. That's who was nearest the official and who the official was looking at when it happened. Certainly had some choice words for the man in red out there. So 5 minutes of stoppage time. We're about 1 minute into it. Can Bavarians come out of here with at least 1 point? Put a goal in the back of the net to come out here with a 1-1 tie. Will it hold 1-0, or will House get 1 goal for extra measure just to tick up their league-leading goal differential? Collision, no call, 2 players down. Play continues. Grady goes and grabs it and saves the day. I see A.R. Smith went down for the House. He's back to his feet. There is a Bavarians player still down. The trainer on the sidelines is ready if he needs it. That was a pretty big collision, probably about 5 or 6 yards outside of the box. Referee will get him to his feet. So likely playing a little more than 5 minutes of stoppage time now to that, but we are about 2 minutes in to the minimum of 5. Punt from Grady. Up ahead, Bavarians. Montejano sends it back. Bit of pinball action at midfield. And that's a bit too aggressive of a shove in the back. Committing it and not liking the call from the referee, A.J. Wild, the captain. A.R. Smith talking to the referee. Has a nice laugh with him. The referee seems to be all right with it. Playing this first, Jasper Waddington, one of the vets of this team. Has previous experience at St. Thomas up in Minnesota. Waddington sends it in. Nico's waiting for him. Can he come down with it? It's Wild sending it out. Open real estate, center of the field for the house. Near side wing, number 26, is Ishmael Gomez. Bavarians defends it solidly. They need to try and get the ball out of the house's hands, prevent them stalling, but Makowiecki takes it back at midfield. If the house play this right, they could just completely ice this. Flag stays down, chance for Gomez. Flag does go up, it appears. Flag went up pretty late, but it still went up regardless. House are more than content to have that offside call. It may not have ended up in a goal for them, but it's more time off the clock. So this will almost certainly be Bavarian's last chance for the miracle equalizer. Manchado, boots far side. Defense from Makowiecki. In, Grady grabs the grounder, he'll fall on it. Oh. That boot down the pitch and the whistle makes it official. Your final score from Langhorst Field, the Chicago House 1, Bavarian United 0. The lone goal of the match coming off the foot of Kikis Avalos, the leading scorer in the Midwest Premier League in the 13th minute. The game after that, bit of a rock fight. Still a lot of opportunities on both sides, but certainly defense was the prevailing factor today. With all that being said, we got a lot of post-game stuff coming up soon, as I think a red card was just assessed to somebody on Bavarian's bench. So some more post-game red cards to sort through. We have a lot more to recap. We're going to have an interview with a player on the field. Stick with us right here, folks. You are watching Midwest Premier League Soccer right here on Recruitlings.
Hi, my name is Bryan Koenig. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Max Heads custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head. Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
back to Langhorst Field, folks. My name's Andy Diedrich, and you're watching Midwest Premier League Soccer right here on Recruitlings. The Chicago House are victorious once again. They win 1-0 over Bavarian United, and a win they desperately needed. Standing next to me, our player of the game, defenseman, Dan LaCost. Dan, kind of said it already. We talked about it before. What a big win this is for you guys in terms of staying in contention and staying near the top of the conference. How does this feel for you and the team?
Yeah, no, it feels great. I think AR always says, clean sheet, win the game. And that's what we did. So sometimes it won't look as pretty as we like to play. I think we had moments where we were playing and it was good, but sometimes you just got to gut out a game, and I'm proud of everybody that was playing today because we really did gut it out. And 1-0, it's a good scoreline. So
1-0 is a scoreline. It's one that'll win. That lone goal from Kiki's really early on kind of turned into a chess match from there. You guys seem to shut down a lot of opportunities Bavarians got. What did you see as one of the foremost people on the defensive end that really shut down Bavarians and got you this clean sheet today?
Yeah, no, I think it's just the back line working as a team. I think the midfielders working in front of us, breaking up those balls and then going forward. I think Eric did a really good job at holding the ball up and playing it back so then we could actually play in possession. And that's all we need, you know. Like if we're tight and we're here together and we don't give up goals, then we give ourselves the best chance to win, and that's what we did today. So.
Yeah, it was a 2-2 game the last time you guys played Bavarians. This time 1-0. It was a 0-0 game at halftime of that first match. This time you guys didn't let any of that offensive outburst go. You know, what was the biggest difference between that game and this game, other than, you know, you're at home, of course, good to be in front of the fans. What was the biggest difference between those two matches, though?
Yeah, 100%. And part of it is we're playing at home. You know, we got to defend home. And then I think just we came in with the mindset we're not giving up a goal. And then when we succeed in that, again, we give ourselves the best chance, and Kiki's gets a good goal. I think he could score another one, and I think our forwards usually will score 2 or 3. So I'm just glad that our back line did enough to allow that one to win us the game. That's all we need.
And certainly you guys know, of course, to remain in contention in the standings, certainly going to have a strong finish. AFC Roscoe is next. Next Saturday, it's the final home game here, and then Charney in the first week of August. You know, how excited are you to just get back out there and get in contention, because you guys came so close to doing it the year prior?
No, it's out of our hands now since we lost to Adria, but, you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen in this league, so if we do what we can do and we win out, then we give ourselves the opportunity to win. So it's frustrating that we don't have our own destiny in our hands anymore, but all we can do is go out and win, and that's what we did today. So,
Dan, anything else you want to say to the house faithful watching at home?
No, just thank you for watching. I'm really happy that we have a good showing. We have kids. You know, this is the semi-pro experience. You know, we don't want to stay here, but just Cowson and its professionalism, like allowing all these things to feel like a pro club, it's really special. So if we can move on and go to a professional team from here, then we're equipped and we're ready to do it. So
Dan's the man, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your time, Mr. LaCoste. Thanks so much for watching our presentation of Midwest Premier League action tonight. My name is Andy Diedrich, and for the rest of our Recruitlings crew, we're saying so long from Langhorst Field. We'll see you next time.